Well, hey family, this is Darlene. Wanted to thank you for stopping by the Jury by BDK YouTube channel. I know you didn't come here for a sermon. So here's the video, and we'll talk some
Well,
more.
hey family, happy Monday. This is Darlene stopping by. I am sitting here making bracelets, and I'm making bracelets using the black and white lava beads that I got the other day. And then I'm mixing them with some of the color 8mm wood beads. And then this is what they're coming out looking like. Oh, I also put some of the little gold spacers right here too, just to kind of break up that black and white. And I think they came out looking really nice. What do you guys think? So let me know. So I just went ahead and mixed, and then this is what the braces look like. They could be worn together and just kind of, mixed up, or worn solo by themselves, or even just mix them with some other bracelets. So that's what I'm sitting here doing. I'm gonna try to get as many as I can out of the beads that I have, so I can of course take pictures. And then once I take the pictures, I'll add the pictures onto a couple of websites, and then I'll put the bracelets up for sale. I do get some inquiries about the items that I make. You can always find the items on my website, and the link is in the description down there somewhere. And we're gonna go ahead and get started. I am using these. They look like 8mm lava beads. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. And I'm gonna put 13 of these on here. And then we'll go ahead and mix with, I think my hands is probably hiding everything. Oh, and sometimes these little hoes be playing hide and seek. Remember when we was little? I don't know if you guys did it or not. We used to play hide and seek when we was little kids. I don't know how hide and seek turned into hide and get it. So we went from kids playing hide and seek to hide and get it. So hide and get it meant at some age, we might have been 13, 14, or 15, which is probably like the appropriate age or the right age where stuff started to happen where you want to kiss somebody or something. But I think we might have been about 13, 14, 15 or something. The game switched from hide and seek to hide and get it. And hide and get it was somebody that you liked, and if you found them, you had to kiss them either on the cheek or on the lips. 2, 4, 6, 8. And I was just like, man, sometimes you think about, like little things when you were growing up. We had a real good childhood too, like all the fun and being outside and the picnics and all the family gatherings. And, we would go outside every other Saturday. We would have to clean up, clean our room out. We would have to wash, we would purge. Like my mother was good on purging, throwing away stuff, washing, like all this kind of stuff every other Saturday. So we would try to rush and get this stuff all cleaned up, and we would hide clothes under the bed and hide clothes in our clean hampers, and we would put the dirty clothes in the bottom and then have the clean clothes on the top. My mother would go in there right behind us and pull all that stuff out. What we wanted to do was hurry up and get outside. But my mother would go up in there and pull that stuff up out of there. And baby, we was in the house all day. Wasn't no Saturday fun for us. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Wasn't no Saturday fun for us at all. This is 11, 12, and then 13. We used to really have fun, like growing up. And ooh, if kids only knew, man, we had fun. Kickball, soccer ball, tetherball. We used to use I think it might have been the light pole. It was either the light pole or the stop pole. We would tie our tetherball on there, and that's how we would play tetherball. Man, we used to have some fun growing up. It's crazy how kids don't get to experience none of that stuff today. Ain't nobody going outside. Ain't nobody playing tetherball. Man, we couldn't wait for Saturdays, and then to get home after school, after we did our little homework, and we might have an hour, maybe an hour and a half before it got dark. And we couldn't wait to get out there. And we lived down the street from a park. So there were times we would, actually go down to the park. And when we got down to the park, of course, other friends would be there. And, we just had a good old time. 2, 4, 5. Ooh, and then at some point you grow up, right? And then you enter this place called adulthood. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you guys probably can't see me either. 3, 4, 4. Let's see, 4. Let's do a green one. 5. And we'll put a, well, no, we won't put a purple because we got a purple on this side. So we'll close it off with probably maybe a yellow. We'll go ahead and go with yellow. Oh, you know what I did? I'm just sitting here talking and you guys didn't even remind me. I'm supposed to be putting the gold spacers right here. So now I got to go back and then take those beads off and then put the gold spacers on. See, y'all was supposed to be looking out for me. You're supposed to be saying, Darlene, if you don't stop talking and put them gold spacers on there, girl, because you're messing up. You're messing up. So we're going to go ahead and put these little gold spacers on here. I got these little gold spacers off of Tumi. I think it's like, I don't know if it's 100, 300, or whatever it is. It's quite a bit of them. So we're just going to put 3 on each side just to add a little prettiness, extra prettiness. So now we're going to go ahead and put these beads back on here. These color beads. 1, 2, 3. I got a call from somebody last night, somebody up close and personal. Her brother passed. So I said, oh, well, let me know if there's like anything, anything I can do to help out, like with the family. And my thought is like maybe help with the, what is that after the repast? Like maybe help with the repast or set up, the auditorium with a little area right there for memorial, like pictures and all that type, like a memorial table or something. So when she called me, she said, well, she said, meaning the wife, the wife said, you're welcome to help in anything you want to do. You're welcome to go ahead and do that. And I said, well, that's an open slate. What do you mean anything I want to do? It's like, well, no, I can't do anything. You need to give me some type of direction to be able to help out. And she said, well, I would just be honest with you. The woman said, if somebody if somebody have to ask to help, they don't really want to help. And I said, well, how unfortunate her mindset is to think that if somebody asks to help, they really don't want to help. I'm like, wow, that's crazy to me that somebody would even think that. Out of respect, you're asking the person, or out of respect, you're basically saying, I'll help you. What do you need help doing? So you have to tell the person what you need help doing. It's like nobody is just going to jump up and just start doing stuff. That don't even make no sense right there. I was like, you know what, let's do this. She put us on three-way. She put us on three-way. And then on the three-way, the lady was saying, oh, okay, well, the family is going to take care of the food. All the food they're going to take care of. We just need somebody to set everything up. And then, that'll be good. But if somebody want to bring food, they can bring food. So I said, just for clarity, you just said that your family is literally going to cover all the food. They're going to bring all the food. So is that what the case is? That they're going to bring all the food and they're going to furnish all the food and you don't need anything from anybody else? Or your family is going to provide food, and in addition to that, other people could bring what they want to bring if they want to bring something. So then she said, the lady says, well, my family already told me that they were going to take care of all the food. But if somebody want to bring something, we don't want to turn them down. And I'm like, see, to me, that's confusing. Either your family going to take care of all the food and we're going to tell people they don't need to bring anything, or your family is going to bring a portion of the food. We have to reword this. your people are gonna bring a portion of the food, and then others are welcome to bring what they want to bring, right? It was the most confusing conversation. So I said, okay, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go ahead and set up the memorial table. I'm not doing that because I don't do messy. I don't do messy. I don't do confusion. I don't do none of that kind of stuff. So before we hung the phone up, I was very clear about what I'm gonna do. I'm not doing nothing with the food. I'll do the table, and then that's all I'm doing. I just can't. I can't do that. I mean, the whole conversation was just mixed up, and not even just with the food, just all the way across the board. And I'm like, this don't even make no sense right here. So I said, you know what? Just for clarity, before I disconnect, all I'm going to do is set up the memorial table, and I'll do all that. You guys are going to provide me with pictures and different little artifacts and that type of thing, and I can go ahead and do that part. You guys are going to have to look for somebody else to do to set up the food and that type of stuff. And I'm like, man. And even after that, it still was a confused call. And I was just like, this don't even make no sense. But anyway, this is what these are really pretty, right? With that black and white mixed in there like that. But anyway, Darlene I for Jury by BDK. I'm a little chatty. We got some new subscribers, and want to thank you for subscribing to the Jury by BDK YouTube channel. Also for clicking the bell so you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Just for hanging out here, just for saying, hey, Darlene, I appreciate the channel. I like your designs. I like what it is that you do. I appreciate the words that you drop. I appreciate everything. And I got some emails yesterday and also some inboxes on Facebook. I got a couple questions from a couple of people on Facebook yesterday. And when I get the questions like that, I answer, like initially, I will answer you. Like I'll give you as much feedback as I possibly can the first time you ask me the question, but like repeat back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Miss Darlene is not doing that. At some point, that's going to turn into a paid session. So I will, when you present a question, you're welcome to present that question. And I do try to give you a lot of information back, like literally answering your question with some good information in response to your initial question. But the back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and even if I've answered the question and you come back and you ask me the same question but in a different way, Miss Darlene ain't doing that either. That don't make no sense to me. I'm not doing that either. But I will do my best to answer questions and make it make sense. But anyway, Darlene Knight for Jerry by BDK. And guess what? Y'all didn't come here for a sermon, but I think you got one this morning. And we'll talk.